It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time to get into Survivor. I know it is late, but I told you all earlier that it's Thanksgiving week. I hope you all had a great holiday with family, friends. My family was in town, and when they're in town, I just like to soak up their energy, soak up their love. So I didn't even watch Survivor until like 30 minutes ago. So I said, Angie, let's get the Survivor review out there. Let's get it done. Let's get it over with and get prepared for next week. So we're about to get into Survivor. Hey, Glenda girl. Upcoming announcements for the upcoming week. Tomorrow, Monday night, will be Weekend in Reality, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Potomac, Bell Collective. I still have to watch Bell Collective. And then, of course, Potomac tonight. That'll be tomorrow. This Wednesday, Ebby and I are back. We're going to be reviewing a few Netflix dating shows. We're going to do Later Daters. I think it's called Perfect Lies. And starting Wednesday, The Ultimatum will be back. So me and Ebby will be back on Wednesdays for reviews. And then, of course, Thursday will be the challenge and another episode of Survivor. So that is the lineup so far for this week. I know Kamisha has encouraged me to do Vlogmas every year. I think it's a great idea, but I can't commit to a video a day. But I'm going to try my best. Maybe. We'll see. But anyway, y'all, they finally got Kyle. They finally got Kyle, and it's not really too much to this week's episode. I think it'll either be really dramatic this upcoming Wednesday if Sam and Genevieve can sway whatever they're doing with that fake idol, or it's going to be a boring ride into the final five because they're just going to pick off Genevieve, they're going to pick off Sam, and it is what it is. Tonight's episode, it opened up with, Sue. She was blindsided with the Gabe vote. I didn't realize how close. I realized how close Sue and Gabe were, but I thought Sue was way more committed to Caroline, but she was really hurt with being blindsided with Gabe. She was hurt that Caroline voted for her. She's like, I can't trust nobody. But Caroline pulled her to the side. They had a conversation. Sue seems very forgiving unless you write her name on that piece of parchment. If you write her name down, Sue is over it. She's in for it with you. But because she forgave Caroline very quickly, very quickly. But she ain't letting that Kyle thing go. Like, you wrote her name on a piece of paper, Kyle, episode 1. It's up. Sue ain't gonna be happy till you gone. She pretty much at the end of the episode was ready to laugh in your face, and I was cracking up. I love to read people facial impressions. But anyway, so it's pretty much the next morning. We see the creation of the final five of the people they call themselves the left outs. Why don't they do this every season for every reality show? Like, challenge people on the challenge. Are y'all watching Survivor? This is how you play the game. It's a few people with this 87-person alliance, and all of y'all fighting to be best friends with the leader of the 87-person alliance. But it's like 72 of y'all just stringing along, fighting to be number 3, number 4, instead of getting together and just voting all the main people out. So I like that the leftovers, they don't call themselves the leftovers. That was Big Brother, wasn't it? The left outs, whatever they call themselves. Hey, Dejan. They got together and said, we the final five. I like this final five, though. I love my girl Genevieve. I do love Genevieve, but I said it once and I say it again. You gathering up the troops to vote out Saul, that was your game losing move. Genevieve, you got to damn near win out. You got to win every immunity. You got to make fire. I don't see it for you, girl, but I'm still rooting for you. But I like this final five because I love Andy. I like Caroline. I love Rachel Justice for that rice. Who else in there? Sue and Teeny. To me, just drag Sue to the end. Drag her to the end. Teeny might can stay the case, but just go ahead and drag Sue to the end because the only thing she's happy about is voting out Kyle. powerful final five. You know, they got all the people that are threads sitting up here looking like sitting ducks. I hope y'all can win all the challenges. That's all I'm saying. After that, here comes the boat. Boats coming in. We talked about this. I believe it was Wednesday night when we did a little special live. How new age Survivor players don't want to go on these boat rides. They don't want to be targets. They don't want to be seen as getting these advantages. Because you see, when the boat came, there was like you could draw for rocks unless somebody wants to go. The only people that wanted to go was Sam, Genevieve, who recognized they're in trouble. Kyle, why your hand wasn't in the bag? That block of vote probably wouldn't have helped because it still would have been 4 versus 3. Unless you could have stole a vote. Now, if it was still a vote, they could have made it 4-4. And do you really want to go to rocks over Genevieve? I don't think so. So they probably wouldn't have made the vote Genevieve. They probably would have made it Sue. I think that, or Andy. They probably, are you going to rocks for Andy? Probably not. So I don't know. That would have made it more interesting if it was still a vote and somebody other than Rachel got it. But let's first, I want to talk about Rachel's puzzle, but I want to talk about how Genevieve viewed her POV in the game. Is that the right word? POV? Point of view? Yes, her point of view of herself in the game. Where Genevieve says she'd rather be a villain that doesn't get emotionally attached and just votes people out than to actually care about people and have to backstab them and be the one to shatter their dreams. I felt that, Genevieve. I really felt that in my heart because I was like, I can see not trying to get too close, but you kind of got to get close and get in an alliance, girlfriend. Like Genevieve hates the word alliance. Like, yeah, we could be cool, but I ain't going to too much say an alliance. Genevieve hates that word, but I felt her. Like, because if you look at the exact opposite, look at Sue. To Sue's detriment, like she has no other. I changed my profile to this bubble. I think the bubble is cute when it's more than one person, but I don't really like the bubble when it's just me. But I can't fix it right now. I'm gonna take that off for my next solo video. But for Genevieve, like the opposite would be someone like Sue, who is playing with her heart. She can't see the threats because she loves them. She was like, Gabe told me about his Beware advantage day one, and he's my number one ever since he told me. So now Rachel, I guess, is her number one. I don't know. But and Kyle, who's playing way too emotionally, and he doesn't want to make certain moves because of the emotions. Where I think Genevieve is doing it too much. Like Genevieve is too far attached where I think she couldn't see where she really needed Saul. Saul wasn't a threat to anybody. That was the time to get out Gabe then, but it is what it is. Survivor, the game falls how the game falls. But anyway, I liked how Genevieve pointed that out because it is hard to get attached to people. And, you know, they say when you live with people out there, you're doing something that's a once in a lifetime. I feel like I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Bless me. Excuse me. It's a once in a lifetime type of thing. And you bond with these people so quickly and so fast. And it's a very unique bond. It's really hard to destroy people's dreams. Like the people who dream to be on Survivor are really diehard fans. They aren't like these Big Brother fans that ain't never heard of the show and they just happy to be there to get their Instagram and TikTok followers up. Like these Survivor fans are die hard. Like this is their dream to be on the show. Like if I had to pick, I think I would really love to, like, I would feel like that about Big Brother or Traitors. If they let me do either one of those shows, I'd be like, this is a dream I'm never going to squander. But back to the game. Where are we at? We're at Genevieve. We're at the boat ride with Rachel. This puzzle. Immediately, I said, I got this. I wouldn't even been on like the second weight going in the water. Like these are the type of puzzles that are on my phone that I play. If you're older, I would say in the middle age or 40s range, and you start to feel like your mind is, I came in here for something, but I don't even remember what I came all the way in here for. Or I was getting ready to Google something, but I forgot what I was even like. When you start forgetting stuff like that, I play brain games where it kind of keeps your mind active and thinking and going. And that's one of the games I love to play on my phone where you move those balls into different rows. Now, on the phone, it's a little bit harder because on the phone, you can't move once you move a ball, you can't move it into just any row. It has to be on top of its own color. So it's really hard, but I love that game. And this one, you didn't even have to match colors. So I was like, psh, I would have had bloop, 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 bloop. I would have had that. I would have had my block of vote, whatever it's called. I would have won that game. So that was creative. That was fun. I don't know why she lied. Like to me, I think it was an opportunity to build trust. That's why she lied. Because Kyle, Genevieve, Sam couldn't do nothing anyway. And you end up telling the other five anyway. So you should have might as well told them all. But I guess it was a way to show trust. Like I'm lying to everybody, but hey, y'all, I really got something. So, and it really paid off with Sue. She didn't even expect it to pay off that much with Sue. Sue was like, shh, you the new Gabe. You done told me about an advantage, but you notice. Sue ain't told nobody about her advantage. She really ain't tell Caroline. Caroline just recognized that paint. And she was like, girl, I already know. You ain't got to say something. I know you got it. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Sue, you gonna make me like you. I like everybody. She's just not one of my favorites, but I do like everybody. But I like that about you, Sue. You said, yeah, tell me everything you want. You can tell me all your business, but I'm not telling you nothing. I'm over here just thinking about Kyle. That's all you got to worry about, girl. I love it. Okay. So Rachel now has an advantage and another secret idol. I don't think anybody even fathoms that Rachel found a secret idol. So hers is really, really secret. I think people kind of know somebody on that blue tribe got an idol and it has to be Caroline or Sue. So I don't know. Somebody had to find that beware advantage. Sue isn't as good at Survivor as you thought unless she's acting. Sue is not very good at Survivor. I just like that personality trait of hers of you can tell me your business, but I ain't telling you none of mine. But she's not very good at Survivor. Sue's head has been focused on Kyle this entire game, and she put way too much trust in Gabe. So, but I still like Sue. Now, are we to the strategy talk, or because it really wasn't that much going on? It really ain't nothing really to discuss. Because the strategy was 1, 2, or 3, depending on who wins immunity. The immunity challenge was a good old Survivor stack these blocks. Bloody Money, I saw you. Thank you for the DM. No, you did not ruin it for me. Please don't stop sending me stuff because it's no telling when I'm gonna watch it, but I still want all the tea. Now, Bloody Money sent me I guess some kind of Twitter post where somebody said Rachel should not have really won because her eye was upside down. Y'all be noticing too much. The only reason I noticed it because Bloody Money sent it to me and circled it. And she was like, you seen this? What you think about this? And I was like, girl, I'm sorry. I haven't watched it yet. But I can't believe who was on the TV looking at which way the eye is supposed, like eye is straight up and down. It doesn't matter if on Survivor they made it fat on one side and skinny on the other. An eye in the real world, unless it has a dot on the top of it, is a straight up and down letter. Who cares? It's symmetrical. So that was a good one, y'all. But Rachel won that. Shout out to my girl Rachel for winning that. Yes, Dejan. The eye was upside down, aren't they? Right, they're exactly the same. Just because Survivor made it look different doesn't mean in the real world an eye is an eye. So y'all was really doing a lot with that tweet. Anyway, so Kyle is now a sitting duck. What I will say, let's talk about the strategy that was presented to us. It's very clear that the left outs are a 5 and the threats are a 3. And the threats clearly know they're outnumbered. We can't do nothing but try to make a last minute pitch for a few things to happen. So for the most part, Kyle's too nice. He kind of like, if they vote for me, they didn't. But I'm gonna fight. But you weren't really fighting, Kyle. But here comes Sam pitching that we should get out Sue because we shouldn't be dragging people to the end. I mean, but then the 5 that's probably thinking we want to drag Sue and them to the end too, just like I like that's what we want to do. Genevieve had a good strategy. She was talking with Andy or Teen. No, Andy. I don't know if it was Andy or Teeny. I just watched this 30 minutes ago. Why can't I remember? But I like that Genevieve is no matter what is playing the game. And she said, look, why don't we flip it and vote out Andy or Teeny? Somebody, it couldn't have been, it had to be Teeny because she wanted to vote out Andy or Sue. And Teeny went back and snitched. Andy was like, this ain't the first, second, or third time Genevieve had my name in her mouth, and I don't appreciate it. She got to go. So Andy and Rachel are like, Genevieve is a bigger threat than Kyle. I've been saying this for weeks. And this, I'm trying to, y'all shout out to the YouTube for turning my monetization back on. I gotta watch my mouth again. But I've been saying this shit. I've been saying this for weeks that Kyle is the perfect person to drag to the end because at the end of the day, this season, people are looking at strategy and moves, and all Kyle does is win immunity. And Andy was just saying the perfect reason why you should drag Kyle to the end. All he does is win immunities, sit back and talk about his family in his hometown. He's too nice. He don't really care who to vote out long as it ain't him. He's not driving any functions of the game. If anything, Kyle is a weapon. He doesn't have a resume and he can win the immunities so the other threats that you really want to get out don't have an opportunity to get immunity because y'all fools gave away all y'all shots in the dark for some rice anyway, which y'all know I don't believe in them shots in the dark. No way. But still, that was your only little piece of security, but you gave it away for rice. So I think Kyle is the perfect person. I would never vote out Kyle. I would take a greater chance of me strategically playing a good game, sitting next to someone who all they did was win. I'd be like, yeah, I wanted Kyle in my alliance. I wanted to keep Kyle around to win immunity so I can always have the opportunity to vote y'all out. Because if we get him out, then now next week, I bet you Genevieve win. I bet you Genevieve or Sam. I mean, next week might be easy if it's Genevieve or Sam that win immunity, the other just goes. But come week 6, one of them is going to win, and now y'all got to look at each other. I can't wait till we get to that final 5 because where do they go when they have to start looking at each other? Because it's very clear. Sue and Caroline are tight. The other 3 are up in the air. I don't think Andy and Rachel are as tight as Sue and Caroline because they used to be at the opposite ends of their tribe. And Teeny is just there. Teeny's actually will probably be this. I don't know. But that was pretty much the game. Like, I would have voted out Genevieve. I would have kept Kyle. And Sam could have tried the best. Leave Sam there to help beat. Leave Kyle there to beat Sam so you can get Sam out next. I would never get rid of Kyle. I would just let him sit with me at the jury. I don't know. Maybe they feel like the jurors have a heart and Kyle is so nice and they're going to give him the money because he needs it the most. But who says Kyle needs $1 million more than anybody else? I ain't see no millionaire sitting in the game. If I ever played a game where strategy came to play, kind of like that season 1 of Traitors, and everybody was mad at Cirie because Cirie, I guess, said something to those 2 last Black people, like power to the people or something. I don't know what Cirie said, but she said something about them sticking together because they're Black, and she wanted them to stick around because I think their partners were both getting ready to birth children or have a baby. So, and they were mad at Cirie because Cirie kind of used that to still win the game as a traitor. I'm always going to vote for the person with the best strategy. I'm never going to say, oh, this person makes the least amongst everyone on the cast and they have 5 children. I don't know how many children, I'm just saying. Like, he has some kind of sympathetic story, but your story ain't, I need $1 million too. I don't care if I make more money than you. I still got a house, student loans, children. Like, who can't use $1 million? But I don't know. I think this cast, I'm trying to think with the cast reward. And then you would have, the cast probably would reward Kyle because nobody's mad at Kyle. I don't know. I'm always going to vote for the most strategic person, even if some kind of way they use some kind of mastermind strategy to get me out. Yeah, I'm going to be mad. Yeah, I'm going to be pissed, but I'm going to try my best never to be a bitter juror and vote for who I think played the best game, because that's the point of being in the game. I don't know. Hey, Eric. But Eric, you kind of late. I'm about to get off of here. It kind of was, y'all tell me, was it a boring episode? I just kind of felt like once I saw Rachel won immunity, I felt like Kyle had to go. I felt like a lot of people in the new Final Five Alliance had to let Kyle be number 1 because, one, Sue wasn't having it. Sue don't care what kind of strategy y'all talking about. Kyle goes first. She don't give a damn between Genevieve or Sam, but Kyle goes first. He wrote her name on that piece of paper, episode 1. And that was it. So I think a lot of people in the Final Five Alliance said Sue might flip it on all of us if we don't get rid of Kyle. So he has to go. We're gonna let him go, and that's gonna be that. So that's it. We see how the game shakes out next week. The preview looks good. It looked like Sam and Genevieve gonna be up to some tricks. Does Andy fall for it? I don't know. You know, Andy has always liked Sam. Maybe he does fall for it. Lord, I ain't put my phone on do not disturb. Let me get off of here, y'all. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully next week will be more entertaining. If not, we definitely got the challenge. And I'm not going to talk about it now. I just want to mention it. Y'all let me know if y'all think it's true. I've been seeing on Facebook, I haven't seen it on Twitter or Instagram, but on Facebook, in the Facebook groups, a lot of people are saying that Bravo is reaching out to Tori to be a housewife on the Jersey Housewives because they're going to clean house. And I guess a lot of people want to come in younger. I'm hoping this is fake news. I'm hoping this is false, untrue. I don't see Tori as a housewife because them ladies going to eat her up. They're going to eat her up. They're going to eat her up. I don't see her having that kind of personality where I want to watch her go around day to day and fuss and fight and be messy with other women. I like competition show Tori. So we're going to talk about, that's going to be discussed on Thursday. I'm going to see how many more articles. I've already seen about 5 different sites post this. I just want to see. Cara Maria was arrested. Oh, so that had to be false because I ain't seen nothing about Cara. Look at the person profile. Okay. Thank you, Dejan. I know you one of my younger viewers because I'm one of them people, I ain't looking at none of that. I'm just looking at, I'm like, I wonder. But I've seen more than one person say it though, Dejan. I've seen more, unless they run a couple of those kind of sites. But I'm happy to know that's a lie. We ain't even got to discuss it no further. Do I follow Tori? I probably ain't follow Tori yet. And I like her now. I probably ain't follow her yet. But I'm happy she understand that wasn't gonna be a good fit. I'm happy she understood that and we can move on. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to go. I can't wait to see the content that comes up further this week. Again, I'm gonna try a Vlogmas. Don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna try. Y'all have a good night. Let's all prepare for the Monday after the holidays. I hope you have a good week, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for Weekend in Reality. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.